Alright, welcome back to part 2 of finding the greatest common factor. For this second part, we're going to learn how to find the greatest common factor using the second method, which is using prime factorization. So I'm going to slide this up. Alright, so the first step to find the greatest common factor using prime factorization is to write the prime. So write the prime factorization of each coefficient and the power, power as a product. Step 2, you want to align and circle the common factors. Alright, so let's start with step 1 by prime factorizing 16 and 20. So to prime factorize 16, I'm going to use a factor tree. You can use other ways if you like, but factor trees to me is the easiest way to do it. So 8 times 2 gives us 16. 8 is not a prime, so we're going to keep on breaking it down to 4 times 2. And 4 is not a prime number, so we're going to break it down one more time to 2 times 2. So for 16, all the prime factor that multiply to get you to 16 are 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Alright, so let's prime factorize 20. So I'm going to do the factor tree again. So pick two numbers and multiply to get you to 20. So I'm going to pick 10 times 2. Since 10 is not a prime number, I'm going to keep on breaking it down into 5 times 2. 5 is a prime number, 2 is a prime number, and the other 2 is a prime number. So I'm going to stop. So here I'm going to circle 5, 2, and 2, just so I know that which are my prime numbers for 16 and 20. Alright, next I'm going to write these in factor form. So 16, I'm going to write that in red, 16x cubed is, we mentioned over here that it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. We can't forget the x to the third power here. That's just mean we have x times x times x times x. Alright, so let's list 20 as well too. So 20x squared, which is I'm going to do 2 times 2 times 5, and the x squared just means we're going to multiply x times x. So I'm going to circle the numbers that they have in common. So they have this 2 in common, this 2 in common, this x in common, and this x in common. So here we have 2 times 2 and times x times x. So if we were to simplify this, our GCF would be 2 times 2, which is 4, and x times x, which is x squared. So the GCF for 16x cubed and 20x squared is 4x squared. That is the greatest common factor that both these numbers have in common. I encourage you to pause on the video and try example 2 and then compare it with my answer. Alright, hopefully you gave that a shot. So check your answer with mine and let's see if we have the same thing. So we're going to find the greatest common factor by using prime factorization for 18g squared and 27x cubed. So the first thing we're going to do is to write the prime factorization of each coefficient and the power as a product. Step 2, we are going to align and circle the common factors. So to start off, let's prime factorize 18. Alright, so the two numbers that multiply to get you to 18s are 9 times 2. We can break down 9 one more time by doing 3 times 3. Here, 3 is a prime factor and prime number. The 3 here is also a prime number, and the 2 is a prime number. So the prime factors for 18 are 3 times 3 times 2. Alright, so the same thing to number 27. To break down 27, we can do 9 times 3. Since 9 is not a prime, we can break that down into 3 times 3. So as you can see, 3, 3, and 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is a prime factor for 27. Alright, so let's find the GCF for both of these numbers by listing their prime factors out. So for 18, G squared, we have 3 times 3 times 2. And then we also have G squared, which is times G times G. For 27, 27x squared, we're going to get 3 times 3 times 3 times, I made a small mistake. This is supposed to be x cubed, not x squared, times x times x times x. So as you can see, they both have a 3 in common, another 3 in common. They don't have a 2 in common, and the g and x are not the same variable, so they don't have any variable in common. So the only thing they have in common is these two 3's. So we'll do 3 times 3, which is 9. So they're the greatest common factor for 18g squared and 27x cubed is 9. Alright, so far we learned how to find the greatest common factor for numbers and monomials by listing all the factors out and by using prime factorization. Feel free to ignore the bottom part of the notes for now. We will do this part on Wednesday. So if you have any question, feel free to write them down and ask me, either during work time. But other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.